track itself then, 19 corners, 10 to the left and 9 to the right.
Which tyres you are? Well, there are 3 sets available. Just took off, 10th of a second better on the reaction time.
That will be a safety car.
In front of his home crowd, it's Lewis Hamilton.
Thank you very much.
Wow, Formula One was busy last year by the looks of all that. Hi, I am here with Justin Laurie, technical producer for Formula One. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Heather.
So let's start with, first of all, what is your role at Formula One? What do you do?
Yes, so my main responsibility is basically to oversee our in-house team of developers who design, build and operate Formula One suite of broadcast graphics.
Cool. And what's Formula One's overall strategy for graphics? You know, where are you going with it and why is it important? Because you do so much.
Yeah, I mean, when watching Formula One, it can be difficult to see all the action that's happening on track. So, it's our goal to create an experience for our viewers that help to, enable them to follow a narrative of a race, but keeps them excited, but without overloading them with too much information. It's trying to find a balance of graphics and pictures. Our graphics are there to be a complement to the action and not distract the viewer from what's happening on track.
Yeah.
Formula One is ever changing, rules, tracks, cars, drivers even. So it's our job to keep finding ways of explaining these stories, through new data, looking at old data and reviewing how better we can use that. And, it's been a real goal since 2017 and when Liberty Media took over to make Formula One more accessible to our broad and growing fan base. It's really important for us, on a Sunday when a fan turns on the TV to watch the race, they're able to immediately, follow the action and follow what's going on. But also, we've got to make sure we keep, our core fans and our dedicated fans also at the heart of what we do.
Yeah, cool. And last year, Formula One launched a lot of exciting graphic innovations. So let's start talking about the new F1 insights that you introduced. What did you do there and why? And how were they received by viewers and broadcasters?
Yeah, I mean, we've learned a lot since the start of the AWS partnership, I think back in 2018, and that fed into what we did this year. We're always looking at areas where we feel, we've not been able to tell the story before. And the partnership has enabled us, using, cloud computing and machine learning technologies to look at, different areas that we've not been able to reach before. And last year we looked at, braking, driver performance, start analysis and pit lane performance. But really it's about kind of, helping tell the stories behind some of the more complex parts of Formula One. So, race strategy, car performance, driver and team rivalries, and trying to bring that information to the screen in a really simplified way.
And you did some experimentation around F1 sprint graphics as well. Can you tell us about that? What you did, how and why?
Yeah, F1 Sprint was obviously a new feature of Formula One in 2021, and we really wanted to create a different feel for the broadcast. So part of that objective was to introduce a suite of AR and virtual graphics. So we launched things like a virtual grid graphic, some in-race timing and speed graphics, augmented around the track. But the most challenging, I guess, part of that launch was the introduction of our 3D car tagging graphic, basically which tags the car ahead from an onboard camera shot. And we used computer vision and object tracking, and the help of a very clever doctor to help us track the cars in 3D space in real time. So we really wanted to push object tracking technologies to produce something we felt was unique, but would also be able to help bring new features to our viewers without them needing to look away from parts of the screen. We want people to stay focused on the action and by augmenting graphics around the car, people are able to stay focused on what's actually happening.
Yeah, and so did viewers really like that? Are they, you're going to keep that one going?
Yeah, so the reaction was really positive, and we're going to build upon that feature, for next season.
And you also did more on your updated heads-up display or HUD graphics that you kicked off last year as well. What does that add for viewers at home?
Yes, so we've run the HUD on the Halo protection device since 2018, and when we launched that graphic, it created a real buzz. We really wanted to follow suit with what we did in 2021. So we launched a new HUD on the low nose camera shot. We wanted people to understand the speed of these cars. It's such an exciting shot, really fast, really visceral, and sometimes it can be spoiled by sort of normal 2D graphics. So we came up with an AR style HUD. It overlays in front of the car ahead, and placing it there really adds to the viewer's experience of that shot without drawing their eye away from what's ahead of the car, basically. So yeah, and again, really positive reaction to that graphic.
Must feel like you're on a roller coaster or something, just perched in the nose.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a great shot, and fans really love that. So we just wanted to add to that experience.
And what are you working on now for the 2022 season, which we'll see on our screens on the 20th of March at the Bahrain Grand Prix?
Yeah, so 2022 is obviously going to be a big change for Formula One, new rules. With new rules, you're going to see new look cars and obviously, hopefully, closer racing. I can't go into too much detail exactly about what we're doing, but we made it the decision to rebrand the graphics and launch a new package, basically to coincide with these changes. So hopefully viewers are going to see a fresh and more youthful approach to the package as a whole, but obviously without losing focus on what our dedicated fans like. We also aim to build upon the success of things we did in 2021, with AR features, and we're hoping to, roll out a range of things across the season, which we hope will create a new excitement around the broadcast as well.
Sounds excellent. Cool. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And lastly, this is a big one. What is needed to move graphics technology forwards for Formula One, and what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I know technology is important, but I think having a good team of people that support what we do is really important. Investing in great talent, people that can bring fresh ideas to our broadcast is always key. But aside from this, I think, emerging technologies have always been very much focused on field sports or rectangular pitch sports. There's a lot of them, so that makes sense. But it's always been very difficult to, work out a Formula One track. Every circuit is a different shape, different conditions, and they also always present a set of different challenges. But I think the emergence of things like AI technologies has really made it easier for us to transfer features between different types of sport. This opens up new opportunities for us to enhance the graphics we produce, but also streamline the processes that we take. The decisions that we make when we're actually on air, can really streamline what we do. As well as this, the convergence of technology you see used in places like gaming and film, I think all of these will have a role to play in how we can take F1 graphics forward.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Justin.
Thank you.